So have you noticed maybe that your headlight lenses on your car aren't quite as shiny as they used to be? And maybe at nighttime you're driving and your headlights don't seem to light up as much as they used to? Well, I'm going to show you what you can do about it right after this. Yeah, so take a look at these lenses. If you can see it from this camera, but they're pretty clouded, and if you can see, like right here on the edge, this cloudiness, I'm going to do my best to get rid of that. And it's the same thing on this side. You can see it. Get really up close there. So this will definitely cut down your nighttime driving visibility. So what happens over time? I mean, you have road grit and sand and whatever just comes up over the headlight over time, and it has a sandblasting effect, and this is what you get. So I'm going to buff these out today and see how they come out. I've had pretty good luck with this 3M headlight restoring system. It works pretty good. There's actually 3 stages to the process. You sand 2 different grits of sandpaper, then you wet sand it with another pad, and you finally polish it with a soft pad with compound. So here we go. I'm gonna give it a shot. First thing you want to do is make sure you wipe the lens down, the good glass cleaner, and then secondly, you want to tape off all the areas you might overrun with the wheel and hit the paint. So you don't want to do that because you will scratch it. It's a good idea to take some compressed air and get the buildup of the material out of the sanding disc. Otherwise it gets clogged up. Then it's a good idea to change the disc, sanding disc, with a fresh one. Second disc is the white disc, which is much finer of a grit sandpaper. It's a good idea to keep this disc as flat as possible on the surface of the lens. Next step is you're going to take the gray sanding disc here. It's not a sanding disc, it's actually a buffing disc, and you're going to wet the lens down and go over the lens with this. It's already looking better. It might still look cloudy, but the next process is to buff it out with some compound, and it should look a lot better. Now with the polishing disc, we put just a small amount, said small amount, Joe, of the compound. I'm going to wipe a little bit of that off. Small amount of the compound on to the disc and daub it around onto the lens and then start to polish. let's wipe that down and see what it looks like. Okay, this side is done. We're still going to do the other side, so this side over here, see how this looks? That's the way this one looked over here before. Got pretty good. So I just finished up the passenger side headlight, and this one came out really good. And what I find is I do a finishing touch, a little bit of Meguiar's wax on there. And the lenses, I'm finding that once you do this, if you keep a coat of wax on there and wipe it off, every so often it seems to have more of a lasting effect. I see them come back about a year and a half or so and they start to cloud up again. But so if in case you're thinking about doing this yourself, make sure you follow the instructions exact and to the T, and you should get really good results. And always be careful, wear safety glasses and use the proper safety equipment. Until next time, have a good one. Like this video if you like it, and please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Have a great night.